This time we're going to talk about, okay, so we know where to sit on the outside, to, have that sort of naturally curved back, feel the sit bones, those 2 points on the bottom of your buttocks in the seat where you are, and to sit. But to where we go on the internal, where do we sit on the internal to experience this why of why you're meditating? Because that's also the most important part that brings you back. So I'm glad you're here. Welcome. And my name's Debra O'Neill from blissbee.me, Integrative Holistic Health. I'm here to share because I care. So let's get started. So feeling your feet on the floor, find those 4 points where you actually can really, really feel your feet on the floor and get that sense of grounding into the earth as we set that container within your body. I invite you to go back and watch the grounding and centering and aligning videos previously, because that's really where you want to start before you go into your meditation. You can't really go into here unless you feel the body feels safe. And then that allows sort of to be able to step behind the veil, as I call it. Step behind the veil internally into the vessel, into that vastness, that place of no light, but no light, and then shut the curtains, shut the veil as you go into a few minutes of silence. So what do I mean by stepping back? Well, inside here, midway, is what's known as the pineal gland and the pituitary gland. The pineal gland is shaped like a little pine cone, and it's often said to be the place of mediumship or psychicness, or over the years and in mythology. And this is a place behind this third eye, this notable third eye here, is the place in which we can sit, so to speak. And another place that we can sit is just by nestling into our heart. That's two of the most common places to sit inside, where we can feel comforted or just kind of land into that place and find the comfort to rest there while we rest and the body rests, and goes into this place of witness. So what's meant by witness? Well, as creatures of that we are, we do swing from thought to thought, from thought to thought, in an ongoing pattern. And sometimes that can be part of your chaos, your chaotic mind. Some people refer to it as a monkey mind. I just refer to it as, swinging from thought to thought continuously. So what we're doing with meditation is we're trying to slow that down. And we want to be in a position where we can sit on that seat, whether in your third eye or in your heart, and witness it, not engage with it, not to resist it, but to respect it. And that doesn't mean that we need to engage with it. So we just want to allow it to pass by. Sometimes in my previous videos, you'll hear me speak about just putting it on a train and letting that train take it with it, or put it, just simply allow that thought to go into a bubble and let it go up into the bubble. That's why I encourage you, if you've got something on your mind, write it down before you start to meditate, whether it's a journal or just a piece of paper, or put it in your phone. Keep it for later. And if you're willing, just allow yourself to say, if you haven't written it down, that that's, if it's important, it'll be there for when you come out of your meditation. So that's the idea of sitting in somewhere in here, just landing. When we do the ground, center, and align, we ground into the center core of the earth. And then we come into this centering point where the body just finds its still point. You might want to try to do that as we get ready to come into meditation. So make sure that you're warm, make sure that you're comfortable. If you can, be in a place that offers you some peace and quiet. And if not, step behind that noise, step beyond it into this vastness that we're going to take ourselves into for the next 3 to 5 minutes. So allow yourself to feel your feet on the floor. And check in with your breath. Acknowledge your breath. I like to put my hand on my abdomen because ultimately we want to breathe down into this area and into our ribs to give us a nice full breath. We'll take a couple breaths with an open mouth exhale and try to exhale all that you can without causing yourself discomfort so that we can get rid of the stale CO2 in the body and bring in a fresh breath so that we can sit with that fresh breath. So inhale. And exhale, allowing it to take any and all tension in the body with it. Again. And allow your shoulders just to fall like 3 inches. Feels like 3 inches sometimes. Feels like 1,000 pounds sometimes. Now one more time. And if you don't feel comfortable putting your hand on your abdomen, then just put your hands together like this, and you can bring your thumbs together. Often when we're in meditation, the reason why we bring our thumbs together is if they come apart, we've likely fallen asleep or we've lost that sense of consciousness of being here in the now. So allow that now just to come into a regular, normal breath. And re-engaging in with your feet so that you can feel your feet on the floor and your sit bones in the chair or furniture piece or floor that you're sitting on. And bring your attention to the coolness of the breath and the inhalation. And on the exhale, the warmth of the breath on the exhalation. And becoming aware of where you are breathing in your body. If your shoulders are moving, I invite you to breathe down into your abdomen. If you're feeling that your breath is in your upper chest, I invite you to breathe down into your abdomen. And if your breath is in your abdomen, I invite you to feel that expansion on your side ribs and in the back body. Great. Now imagine stepping behind the veil, behind your forehead, in that third eye area. You might even feel your chin come down a little bit as you sort of pull into that center point in your head. Does it feel comfortable or uncomfortable? And if it feels uncomfortable, what does it need in order to become comfortable? If you have a thought that comes up, bring yourself back to your breath. Acknowledge it, but do not engage with it. Allow it to pass and put it on the train. Put it in that bubble, or just allow it to go. Like it's like you can see it, or who or what is observing that thought. Separate yourself from that thought so as to witness it. and see it like you're watching a movie, and allow it to go. Not with resistance, but also not with engagement. Become aware of your breath. Try to breathe in a little deeper and breathe out a little longer. Now for 1 minute, let's breathe in through our heart. Let's land now in that space of our heart. Gently breathing into the front and the back of your heart. What feels easier for you to do, up at the third eye area or in the heart? Make note of that for when you come back to this week and meditate from these areas. Now feel your feet on the floor. Feel your buttocks on the seat. Move your toes and your hands a little bit. If you like, you can rub your hands together and create some warmth in your palms. And you can place those over your eyes, not touching your eyelids, but just simply cupping your eyelids. And you could open your eyes into your hands, allowing your eyes to feel comforted with the warmth that you've created with your hands. And you can come back. If you enjoyed this, please like and share for the benefit of all. Meditation is really the benefit of all. It lowers your blood pressure, it increases your immunity. It has also been known to change your mood and change your environment just by changing your mood. The mirror neurons of you changes your environment. So with love, I invite you to join us in our monthly membership where we do a deep dive into a lot of this work, where we step into being that witness, that awareness of you and finding out who it is that you are, who you want to be, how do you want to show up and represent yourself to the world at large, both in your physicality and in the collective that you share with. You matter. You are important. The world needs you. I love you. We'll see you Monday next week, 7 a.m.